very, very happy that everything is off as far as that's concerned. So,
Who's that? Sorry.
no, Schmidt is the guy that edits all the videos. So,
All right. Okay.
yep,
All right.
yep. So, opening up, I just want to ask, what is your process for picking a what if, or like if it's a what if that you're gonna do, how do you go about choosing from the questions from your fans what if really appeals to you enough to make a video out of it?
Well, first of all, I have to check if it's like too fanficky or not. But like for new what ifs, I sometimes go into Masco X's live streams, and I just like write down like the ones that I enjoy per se. Yeah. And on other occasions, I just like choose it in my own head, really. Like just.
Yeah, creativity is universal. I mean, even if
Yeah.
he did any of those questions that he got, that like, I know he doesn't do every question that he gets, but you know, there are some that go
Yeah.
under the radar. And you're like, okay, well, that's an interesting thought, and then you just add your
Yeah.
own creativity to it.
Yeah.
All right, well, that kicks off today's StevDeScussion. Welcome everybody to the show, and welcome to the show, my guest, Omac 446 Productions. Welcome to StevDeScussions. How you feeling today,
Hello.
man?
All right. Apart from being woken up by my dog at 3 in the morning, that wasn't good.
My dog is the same way. When it's time for food,
Right.
it's time for food, and I better get
Yeah.
up. So,
Oh, she's so greedy, my dog.
go on. He's got a nice heaping amount of questions from his fans, and possibly from Masiko's live streams, as he just said. But,
Yeah.
and I mean, a lot of these are creative and fun to argue out. I'm looking forward to these. Is there anything you'd like to shill before we get on with it?
Nothing really. Just let's get right into it, shall we?
All right. So you want to kick us off with the first one?
Yeah, sure. So, what if Vegeta got the Akari form before going to Earth? Now, this one would not work out.
Very good for the
because
Earth crew. Yeah, the fan base have been like, okay, it's pretty much someone going grade 8 without going grade 8. And the angrier they get, they're strong. Basically, if Hulk met Ozaru. So,
Yeah.
the angrier Vegeta get, well, I mean, he's with Nappa, so he'll get plenty pissed off, so.
Yeah.
It would not work out for the Earth crew, at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then I'd like...
Goku.
Yeah, go on.
Goku would get battered, just pretty much, yeah.
He would. But then
Yeah.
I'd like to take this question, like when I first read this question, I was like, okay, hang on, I want to take this a different way. If Vegeta got the Akari form before going to Earth, if we're establishing that the Akari form, which in canon it is not a Saiyan royal blood thing, the Akari form, because Broly was not of Saiyan royal blood, and he has the Akari form. So, following that logic, would Goku have discovered the Akari form on Earth?
I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't know.
If someone were to do that, it might tip the scales, because you saw Goku barely being able to beat Vegeta at the end of the Saiyan Saga, thanks to Kaioken. Well, if Vegeta has the Akari form, Goku having the Akari form and Kaioken stacked on top of that is a way to get the timeline back on track, as far as that's concerned. If it's just Vegeta, Schmidt, play the sound. Yeah. The sound is the Price is Right losing horn. I gotta get the sound pad off of Steam so I can just play da 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 wah, you know. That's a dead scenario.
Right, cool.
But I mean, the only other thing I could glean from that is if Vegeta got the Akari form, went to Earth, Nappa killed Piccolo, and then Vegeta would have to go against Frieza. I don't think he would have enough of a grasp on Akari, much less Super Saiyan, than to kill Frieza. Heading into the next one, what if Goku landed at the Crane School? Obviously, he'd be as evil as Tien, maybe a bit more.
I can see if Goku went grade 8, I can see Shen like trying to use that. I don't know.
Yeah, he would figure out. Well, would anyone die from the first grade 8 situation?
I can see maybe Chatsu dying, but then again, I'm not really that sure. I've not really seen a lot of the Dragon Ball series, like the original series, to answer that question.
Yeah, the only thing like, okay, before all of that, though, there is one important thing to consider given the question. What if Goku landed at the Green School? At this point, it would be what if Kakarot, because I don't think Kakarot would
Yeah, the
have
Kakarot,
hit his
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
And even if he did hit his head, and Crane would probably name him something along Tien and Chaozu's lines as far as a naming scheme, but
Yeah.
I don't think he would hit his head, and he would know that his name is Kakarot, he's a Saiyan. He's still got that programming in his head. He doesn't know a lot about the Saiyan. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, would the Great Ape even do damage at that age? Does Kakarot know he'll turn into a giant monkey if he looks at the moon?
I doubt it, honestly.
Yeah. So the Great Ape would be a surprise to everybody. Someone would die. Like there's no way any human on Earth can match at this point a Saiyan with a power level of 100. Or no, well, yeah, 100.
Except for Buff Roshi, like I don't know.
Yeah, Buff Roshi.
Maybe
But like, this is the Crane School, so who do we have to work with? We have Tao, we have Crane Hermit, we have a young Tien, and I don't think Chaozu's part of the picture yet.
What is Chaozu? Like, is he just some kind of possessed doll?
Like,
like,
okay,
I remember
I played the Chaozu run of Dragon Ball Z Team Training, which is a Pokemon Fire Red mod where all the Pokemon are fighters from Dragon Ball, and you catch them with capsules.
Oh, TFS Nappa, it's a Pokemon. Oh my god.
Yes!
I'm gonna catch it.
But I mean, like, I did a run where Chaozu was Magikarp, okay? Like, Chaozu sucked when I first got him. And it says in the description, Emperor. He was some sort of Emperor or something. So, the background of Chaozu, I guess we could go along those lines and say he was an Emperor of somewhere, and then Tien and Tao and Crane Hermit came along. The only
kidnapped him.
The only defense that I have as far as against a Great Ape is, Tao does the tree and pillar surfing thing. Well, what if he just chucked something like that at the friggin' monkey?
I mean, perhaps.
Yeah, just like, nailed Kakarot in the head with one of those, and it's like, run!
Yeah. Or just chuck a house at him dead.
I don't know. We might want to do a collab on that one. That actually sounds pretty interesting.
Perhaps if you're down, I'm down.
I'm down. We'll probably release it on your channel. I'll send you all the voiceovers.
Alright. It's like 10 views.
Yeah.
Right. So what if Goku never went to Earth? Everyone dies. Next.
That was quick.
Pretty much.
Well, you see, like
10 seconds. Next one.
I was heading down that path. I'll go ahead and elaborate on one of my what ifs. I was heading down that path when I first did what if Cooler inherited the Frieza forces, the Cold forces, I should say. In which I named them the Cooler Corps, which exists in the Bardock timeline that I have. Cooler killed everyone. I was like, there's only two ways that can go. Either Cooler, being more efficient than his brother, would kill every Saiyan outright and make sure nobody got away. Any pods would be blasted off the planet. He would have several forces around him. He's more vicious than Frieza is when it comes down to getting a job done. Or the Saiyan planet wouldn't get destroyed, and Bardock and Guinea would send their son off planet just out of pure fear. And then 2 years later, it's like, okay, we're still here. You better go get our son, Bardock, or I'm gonna kill you. So that's where the Bardock timeline went. But going down the timeline that I have not hit yet, if Goku wasn't part of the picture, Bulma would meet Grandpa Gohan. She would try to get the 4-star ball. Grandpa Gohan, I don't know. He might be as perverted as Roshi. He might let her.
I doubt it.
Yeah. After Bulma leaves, she gets eaten by a pterodactyl because Goku's not there to protect her.
I can also see Gohan going with Bulma for the hell of it and just thinking, just.
So there we go.
Fun. And then
Goku's stand-in is Grandpa Gohan.
Pretty much, yeah, but just far older and far weaker. I mean, not at that time, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he was strong enough to do the Kamehameha waves. I mean, like, if we were to see how he performed against Goku in the Baba tournament, He was at the level he died in the Baba tournament. So he was able to use the Kamehameha wave. So as far as him living that long, who's to say he's not another Roshi where he can live an extremely long time?
Again, I have no idea.
Yeah, so Grandpa Gohan would be the stand-in for Goku, and Raditz would never go to Earth. So I would think that if Grandpa Gohan was the stand-in for Goku, as far as they'd get is the King Piccolo saga, and King Piccolo would probably murder everyone.
Pretty
Schmidt,
much.
hit sound. There we go. Yep. It's a dead
Right, that
scenario.
was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one. Man, we're going through these. What if Grandpa Gohan killed Goku as a great ape? How?
Pretty much the same as the last one.
Yeah, just Grandpa Gohan would take over as the person I almost said Chi-Chi. Bulma would travel with. If Grandpa Gohan did kill Goku as a great ape, I would probably shift gears in that scenario. Let's say he kills Goku as a great ape within a year of the dragon being summoned the first time in Dragon Ball. So you have Gohan traveling with Bulma. He's a bit smarter. As far as the glass trap, he has a way to get out of it, the power pole, which I don't understand why Goku didn't use the power pole to try to break it. It's an eternally stretching pole. It definitely would have broken through some glass regardless of how bulletproof it is. But they would have gotten to the Dragon Balls before they made the wish, and I could see Gohan rush in and wish Goku back to life to see if it worked. And then Goku would be a lot younger. He would be happy to see his Grandpa Gohan again. Grandpa Gohan would look in the sky, see the full moon, cover his eyes, and run away with the child.
Kidnapping! We love that!
Yeah. So after that point, he would meet Yamcha, he would meet Bulma. He would hear about Grandpa Gohan meeting Roshi and want to train, and then regular Dragon Ball heads off from there. So, slightly different from the last one, but, I mean...
Very, very different.
It's along the same lines, but that would be a quick what if, because Goku would probably come, if I were to write it that way, Goku would come back. So you want to read the next one? We got a little bit of time after that. That was a quick one.
Yeah, sure, let's go. So what if Goku's family were high class, like Bardock and Guinea in that?
Kakarot would be part of the Saiyan unit. That's what I think.
I can see Kakarot being sent off with Raditz and Vegeta and that, and Bardock and Guinea being killed on Vegeta.
Yeah, so Bardock and Guinea would die on planet Vegeta. Kakarot would be with the Saiyan unit, so not only would you have if he was high class, Raditz would be pissed at him. I mean, think about it. My little shit brother has got a power level of 5 times my amount. This is impossible. I could see that. But because of Kakarot's kind-hearted nature, thanks to Guinea, he'd be like, "Oh, come on, bro. We could just train a bit. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Why don't we go a few rounds? I could see him do that."
And also, I can see Nappa being a father figure, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Uncle Nappa has triplets to take care of.
Pretty much.
So, Goku would be part of the Saiyan unit. What we discussed earlier as far as Earth's fate would happen, unfortunately. And they wouldn't know about Dragon Balls, so they would just work for Frieza. Would they find out about Namek's Dragon Balls?
I'm not sure. They could have heard about them on their travels, but I doubt it. Honestly.
Yeah. So if I were to write that story, I would involve Namek. There's one of two possibilities, because if they're just working in the Frieza forces, that's a boring story. You when making a what if, you want it to be entertaining and factual. The way I would write it is they'd have to go to one of two planets. One, Vampa, where they meet Broly, they meet Paragus, they let him know what happened, Paragus lets them in on, this is the legendary Super Saiyan, and then they take over the Empire. That would be one way to do it, where Vegeta would get his way, Broly and Paragus would be saved. They would have to get over Paragus's vendetta against Vegeta, but you have another Saiyan amongst you that's high class. So what is the old man gonna do? The other way to go about it is, because Kakarot's always wanting to have fun in training, I could see him still be the lighthearted Saiyan that we know, in comparison to the
Yeah,
other Saiyans. And he's like, I want to check out those green people sometime, Raditz. Why don't you come with me? We can have some fun. And of course,
green people.
yeah, his fun would probably be destroying some villages or whatever. But when they find out
Yeah,
about the Dragon Balls from somebody, they would look at each other. I think Raditz, because he has to be the smart older brother, would look at his scouter and be like, "Oh shit, Frieza heard that. Let's get the Dragon Balls quickly."
yeah,
And after that point, they find out the dragon's real. Their first wish would be, bring Vegeta and Nappa here. The second wish Vegeta would take for himself and wish to be immortal, because that staple had not been exercised. And
yeah.
the other the other thing would be he wants to be the legendary Super Saiyan. So while the other two wishes were taken from Raditz, Vegeta would get what he want and again go to take over the Empire. Two different ways, but with the same end result, like a converging timeline situation.
But would Paragus know about the God ritual? Like he's quite an old Saiyan, I
I
would
don't
say.
think he
I don't know.
would, because in Super, it was told that Shenron said that Namekians came up with this. So
Oh, all right.
maybe he would. Maybe it's a story passed down, but on Vampa, I highly doubt it.
Maybe. What if Go? Oh, no, shit, wrong one. Uh,
It's cool. We're allowed to have
cool.
fun.
Cool. Right. What if Frieza destroyed Earth in Resurrection F? I can't see that happening. Well, unless Whis turns into a snake and says, just betrays the Z fighters, I guess,
I
and
guess.
just says, "Oh, whoopsie."
Well, then again,
Whoopsie
Whis
poopsie.
was completely unaware of what was happening because he just did not care about what was happening on Earth. All he really cared about, just like Beerus, is the treats Earth can supply. So he
Yeah.
wouldn't. He didn't know about Earth until the soothsayer said, like, "Hey, you have a missed call, you know." Oh, really? So
Yeah.
he was completely aloof. Goku and Vegeta were training on Whis' world. As far as destroying planet Earth, he'd have to get through the Z fighters. And if it was a supernova scenario, is there any Z fighter there that can hold off the blast? And don't say
Oh wait, no.
yeah, I was gonna say
Sorry.
don't say Go Tanks because the kids were left out of that fight.
No, but I was thinking about like when Vegeta is about to kill Frieza and when he blows up the planet. Yeah, if Whis like just does nothing.
Oh, so he didn't well, Goku has King Kai. Okay, if it's that, there's an easy fix to it. Goku has King Kai. King Kai knows where Namek is. King Kai talks to Namek. Some of their warriors power up. Goku instant transmissions, uses their Dragon Balls Earth's back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is an easy
It's quite
fix to it.
Wouldn't change much in the.
It wouldn't
control
change
of the
much in the
story.
grand scheme of things. But as far
Yeah.
as destroying planet Earth, Goku and Vegeta wouldn't have to be part of the scenario. Piccolo probably. I mean, he's probably got a power level of well over 4.3 million.
Yeah.
So it's possible Piccolo could pump up, and then after Piccolo pumps up, the kids do arrive, and Gotenks saves the world until at least long enough until Goku and Vegeta shows up, and then you have Resurrection F. But as far as him destroying planet Earth outright, he'd have to do that under the radar, and with a planet full of people that can sense energy, I somehow don't see that happening.
The whole world being saved by a 12-year-old.
I mean,
Well done.
It happened in Dragon Ball. The whole world was saved by a 12-year-old who killed the Red Ribbon Army.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but like, a mysterious golden-haired child wearing a really weird jacket.
Wearing a school uniform that nobody could put together was actually part of his class. Gohan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, on to the next one, which says, what if Gohan unlocked his potential earlier? Which time? Because his potential as a kid, his potential was unlocked by Guru, and as an
Yeah,
adult, his potential was unlocked again in the form of Ultimate Gohan. So,
yeah.
which time are we talking, and how?
Unless unless we make up like some weird thing that can unlock potentials, then
Right, I was thinking the same thing. The like
yeah,
if Kami one day just like, I've been sensing how your training's been going. Listen, it would be great for everybody if you brought the child to me. And he would have to
yeah,
talk Piccolo into it. And eventually Piccolo would get in because something tells me that Kami's more stubborn than Piccolo is. Um,
yeah,
and Piccolo would bring him to the lookout. Kami would unlock his potential, and he would have enough power to not make Mr. Piccolo jump in front of him. I guess that would save Piccolo in a way. I don't know, because Gohan's still Gohan. He's still fearful of battle. After Piccolo's dead, Gohan would go ham on Nappa.
I know it's a huge thing to say, but I can honestly see him going Super Saiyan, or maybe I don't know.
Pseudo Saiyan possibly, but I think that's a
It
bit
could
like,
happen,
because
but
the two requisites that Toriyama said is like, you have to have a high power level and you have to be pure of heart. Gohan has one of those. Yeah, if we
yeah,
were to do the math, oh shit, I just did the math in my head because Gohan's power level I think was in the 900s at
oh shit,
yeah. So when he got the upgrade from Guru, he went from a power level of 4,000 I think to a power level of 15,000. So if you
bloody
apply
hell,
the add a zero to the end of it and increase it by 1,000 rule, his power level would be 10,000.
whoa.
Nappa is dead. Nappa,
Nappa is
Nappa is
waste.
screwed, and then Vegeta would get in the way. Vegeta, having a power level of 18,000, would trounce Gohan, but have a really good time fighting the kid.
Yeah,
And then you have Goku facing off with Kaioken, but Vegeta's weak enough, so Kaioken would do the trick. He wouldn't die. I think Vegeta would get away, but then we'd go down the regular path of Dragon Ball Z at that point. A scenario we really didn't think Gohan would be overpowered. Turned out Gohan ends up overpowered.
yeah.
Because by the time he gets the unlock on Namek, he can trounce the Ginyu Force.
God, imagine being Ginyu and working your entire life to be the strong warrior and being battered by a 12-year-old.
What's more, he takes the Dragon Ball successfully from Vegeta because Vegeta ends up very powerful, and because because Goku spared him, I would see Gohan spare him. They would meet up
Yeah,
at Guru's. Vegeta would say the thing about the unlocking power. I think Gohan would be smart enough to tell Vegeta, get in there and get the power up so that we can fight. And then the entirety of the Ginyu Force is killed. The only difference that I would see happen is Ginyu would take the body of Gohan. Because why wouldn't he take a younger body?
yeah, but like, would he know how to use the power to its full extent?
No, and that would be the issue on Ginyu's front. If we're talking Gohan is a power level of approximately 10,000, and then he gets his increase, so you add a zero and add another 1,000, you're looking at 110,000 being his maximum. He would be
Oh my
difficult
gosh.
for Ginyu to deal with. Plus,
Yeah,
Gohan does have rage boosts. It's getting a rage boost kicked off that's the big issue. But Jace is dead, Burter is dead, Rakum and Goldo are dead. And when Ginyu shows up, he has to trounce everybody. But by that point, he would be weak, and I think Goku would finish him off. It would have interesting consequences, but I still feel like Goku getting Super Saiyan would be the way we get back onto the regular timeline. See, a lot of these
yeah,
suggestions are great, but they link back to the regular timeline a lot. And I'm glad that your
yeah,
fans put these questions forward so that I can explain this. When it comes down to writing a what if, a lot of times you try to look for ways that it doesn't converge with the regular timeline. but you do see in
Yeah.
every what if, and then things would go on as per usual until, and then it takes up time where you could put something interesting story. That's why I do the mini-sode Mondays. In fact, on a recent poll, I'll go ahead and shill this. On a recent poll that I asked you guys, what if I should do next? A lot of you, the overwhelming vote was, what if the dragons were swapped? Not only am I going to be doing what if the dragons were swapped, but because I'm doing that what if, we're getting another mini-sode Monday of the adventure of Gohan, because that takes place in that timeline. That's why I do the mini-sode Mondays, to explain side stories that happen during the actual story that I just don't get to because it doesn't coincide with the main story. But it's a crazy timeline. I highly suggest y'all check it out. If you came over from Omac's channel, check it out. That's my pride and joy of the channel. I love what happened with the dragon. What if the dragons were swapped? That's my baby. So.
Okay, so the next one is what if the Z sword was sent to Namek? Now, a friend of mine called Essentially Black did a video on what if the Z sword was sent to Earth. I just don't know. I feel as though the sword would be in Guru's possession because it's like quite a, I don't know, like legendary item. I guess, I don't know. I'm just not sure how that would play out because I'm like,
I have a devious idea of how that could play out, because I like writing villains. The idea of the Z sword on Namek. Just follow this scene for a sec. Lord Frieza, I have returned with Vegeta. Oh, good, Zarbon. Now, what have you found out? Well, I didn't find any Dragon Balls, but there was an odd sword that nobody could even pick up. Really? Maybe that's something that has to do with the Dragon Balls. So Frieza would go to the Z sword, try to pick it up, realize that, holy shit, this thing is... No way. Then it pisses him off to the point that he breaks the planet around the sword and still has trouble lifting it. It's the sword weight itself that is rough, so he has to transform. Basically, I'm suggesting Frieza gets the Z sword.
Frieza, the epic swordsman.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes.
And then when they go to Earth as Mecha Frieza, Trunks versus Frieza, Battle of the Swordsmen. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. God.
I could see that happen. Oh my god, I could see that happen. And Super Saiyan Trunks fighting with... I think Paikon's sword would be more durable than the Z sword.
Yeah.
And it would break the Z sword, and then Elder Kai would be on Earth like, where am I?
Oh god. Ultimate Frieza, no fucking way. Oh god.
And I guess
Ultimate Frieza.
No, we would have Ultimate Trunks, because once the sword's broken, Mecha Frieza doesn't have a foot to stand on.
Yeah, I suppose.
So Frieza would die. Like, I think Old Kai would know about Frieza's race. Like, they're a bunch of tyrants. Who released me? That guy was fighting with a sword. Oh, well then allow me to do you a favor and unlock your potential. And so, Trunks would be Ultimate Trunks, help out the Z fighters on present Earth. Cell would roam the Earth, just snacking on whoever, like the present form of Cell, which wouldn't be awake until maybe Super. He would go back to his timeline and save the world with a power that isn't Super Saiyan. That timeline, to the person that suggested that, congratulations, you made me hate Future Trunks a lot less. Because
Congratulations!
I hate Future Trunks. Thank you for making him have some redeeming quality. He actually gets shit done in this timeline.
I don't know, if Trunks, like, trains, I can see Trunks maybe doing a better fight with Black, but then again, I'm not sure.
Oh, and the Black Arc. Well, you see, I haven't seen the Black Arc. Several things have been ruined for me as far as the Black Arc. That's why I haven't really gone around to it. If it's ruined for me, then I'm less inclined to look it up and be like, oh, okay, this is what happens. I'm more inclined to look it up as opposed to watch it. Ultimate Trunks is nice and all, but I don't think it's God Key. So I think that timeline would still go on. He would just have a better hold of the Spirit Sword Saiyan thing that Trunks was doing to kill Zamasu. He would just have a better hold of it. maybe when training with Vegeta he could get God Ki, but even then that's a stretch, and they were able to put a nice pink ribbon on that saga and have it go.
Yeah.
Back to regular shitty Trunks. What if Vegeta stole the time machine and went back in time to
God.
planet Vegeta?
No, I actually made this one myself because when I was watching a video by Smugstick, his what if Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks went back in time to Vegeta? I think it'd be interesting to see Vegeta basically like go back to his like childhood place. You know, I can see Vegeta maybe staying in the past. Maybe I don't know. It's so fanficky. It's disgusting.
So fanficky. It really is.
Very fanficky. Like,
I guess to
why?
entertain it, there would be yet another time ring. There would be yet another reason for Zamasu to not only go to Earth, but to planet Vegeta. We would probably see not only Goku Black, but Vegeta Black. Because he has to punish two separate... He has to punish two separate planets of people who decided to fuck with time travel. And... it would be good up until the Black Arc. That's so damn fanfiction-y, though. It could be taken a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Just skip. Please skip that. Just next.
Okay. Alright. Next one, then. What if Goku landed at Kame House? I think me and Kaiser talked about that one.
Oh, really? Alright.
No, I remember we were talking about what if Tarble landed elsewhere. Where would you put him? And I think he said that he would put him... in the ocean, because of how it was spelled out. The grammar of the question was put into question. So he landed in the ocean. He would end up near Kame House. But Goku landing at Kame House, the entire house would be destroyed. The entire island would be a crater because of the ship.
Yeah. Would Roshi die from it? That's the question.
He would probably see Goku grow. See, the thing is, Grandpa Gohan didn't have access to the Nimbus Cloud, but he did. So I could see him grab Turtle, hop on the Nimbus, and fly the hell away.
It's like, oh shit, there's a massive meteor coming. Oh shit.
And the only thing, like, if Great Ape Goku doesn't fall into the ocean and fucking drown, then, because that would be a morbid way of Kakarot dying. He didn't hurt his head, so he knows he's a Saiyan. If he didn't drown, he would just be blasting mouth beams in the air angrily until morning. And Roshi would be like, "You little brat, you better build my house back to normal." And
this house has been around for centuries, you wee bitch.
Yeah, and eventually, I think, if Bulma would survive, like we had... This is a theme. Beginning of Dragon Ball is a theme for all your questions. If Bulma somehow survived up to that point, Turtle, I think Turtle, when he left, Kakarot would meet them on the beach. He would go out trying to find Turtle. Lo and behold, Grandpa Gohan and Bulma are driving with their car to the beach, and they get to the beach, and just as Turtle's about to go in the ocean, like, "Oh, hey, there's young Master Roshi's protege." And of course, Gohan would be the protege. That would go on. He would meet Bulma and Gohan, and Roshi would then come up, meet them. It would go along the lines of, "Okay, but take my boy here with you, because if those wish-granting balls are really worth their salt, I want the wish." Why? Because he's got to rebuild Kame House, the island and everything. Because of the Great Ape. Not to mention, Bulma would get the warning. By the way, if it's a full moon night, you better keep this boy's eyes closed.
Yeah, but I can see Roshi like trying to train Kakarot, like showing them him the Kamehameha wave and.
Yeah, I could see Kakarot see the Kamehameha wave and be like, "No, it needs to be 50 years," and then he does it kind of like he did in the anime when it was a small one, and then.
Yeah.
Roshi would be like, it's a small one. This guy's got promise, and then start training him.
It's an okay idea, but again, I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're going along the lines it converges with the regular. It converges with the regular timeline too easily. he would go on the adventure for the Dragon Balls, return to Roshi's, meet Krillin, and then training for the World Tournament would happen. The only difference I see is Kakarot would win the first tournament.
And then with Masako X's what if Goku won the tournament? I can see that kind of happen.
Yeah, that timeline.
Goku becomes obsessed with winning
mm-hmm.
and like turns kind of evil, but I don't know.
Kind of evil, but kind of like an anti-hero, kind of like a Vegeta.
Yeah.
In a way. If one of us were to do that, I feel like we would just make it a prequel to that Masako What If.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I read that one too. What if the Omnitrix was in the Dragon Ball universe?
I kind of wrote or written a small story to this one. So when King Cold and his scientist are building Mecha Frieza, I would say that King Cold would have heard about the Omnitrix and what's the race that has the Omnitrix? Galvans, is that correct?
I think so. They were led by Vilgax. I know that.
Yeah. And then he would go to their planet. Just say Planet Galvan. I don't know or care about Ben 10. He'd basically rob them of their Omnitrix and then kind of like install it into Frieza.
See, I was thinking along a different line. I was thinking like Frieza would want it, Vilgax would want it, and it would be a battle against the Emperors.
No, but I'm not talking about like what if the Ben 10 universe and the Dragon Ball universe are the same thing? I'm just talking about the Omnitrix.
Yeah, just the device itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no one else.
Yeah, and as far as specifics for the device, you could probably turn into a Namekian, turn into a Yardratian, turn into a man from Planet Brench. If you don't know what that is, basically Jace. You could turn into a bird alien. You could turn into a Frieza race.
But I was thinking about like kind of like changing the controls of the watch, like like having like a scan button, and you could like scan a species and then like turn into I don't fucking know, man.
Ooh, that would be.
I have no idea.
That would be creative, though. Can you imagine? Oh, I can imagine. Okay, it coming to existence. Like, throw out Vilgax, throw out anything from Ben 10. It is a big universe. Let's just focus on Earth. Coming into existence, I could see Bulma's family, someone in Bulma's, maybe Tights, build something like that. And so it ends up being, like, Tights build something like that. It latches onto Bulma when she was just a kid visiting her big sister. You know, all that stuff happens. And then Bulma becomes an active member of the Z Crew because she can turn into these alien monsters. And whenever she would take the form of a Frieza person, she would kick some ass.
Alright.
And if you're talking about scanning, I mean, if she was there to scan Cell, like, it would confuse the hell out of Perfect Cell. Like, really? You guys are sending Bulma? Just stand there for a second. You know?
Yeah.
And then she would turn into a perfect Celine, as Masako put it in his What If.
Oh god, that design is so like guarantee it makes the 9-year-old.
Oh boy, you lagged up on that line.
Happy. God. A small disclaimer: I'm not into that shit. Like that's just weird, man. That's
you gotta make it clear. That's so weird. I'm not into it. Yeah, it's not me.
No, it's disgusting. God.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, so I can see.
Just in case anyone thinks that I'm like some furry shit or. Oh God.
I can see Bulma
I'm not.
Disclaimer: people,
I am not. What?
I can see.
Sorry.
I can see Bulma completely screw with people. Like, okay,
yeah.
You have Perfect Cell's DNA in the Omnitrix. Okay, she's gonna train more with Vegeta while Goku's dead.
Yeah. But like maybe if Cell's DNA was in the Omnitrix, then maybe turn into like Vegeta and Goku because their DNA is in Cell.
Yeah, I guess
maybe
she could turn into a full-blooded Saiyan.
But,
where her hair is black and she has a tail.
Oh god.
Gine! Earth's
It's
Gine is
Gine.
Bulma.
Just goes over to Goku's head and say, "Hey Goku, I'm your mom."
Goku, you want to know what your mom looked like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, like imagine the possibilities though, like the applications. Okay, the way I see it, before she even sees Boo to scan him, right? I could see her want to go with Vegeta. She uses it to go with Vegeta and the guys, but the guys are already in the spaceship. This is for the Boo saga. The guys are already in the spaceship. She sees the stone figures of Piccolo and Krillin, and she's like, oh shit, something happened. And then Gohan and Deborah just come out fighting, and she's like, whoa, Goku and Vegeta are off somewhere fighting, and she gets, by now I imagine she would have picked up Ki Sense, because she would have been training with Vegeta every now and she would go there, see Goku and Vegeta fighting, she would yell at Vegeta to stop, and of course he would be like, butt out of this, woman, this is between me and him. And she'd be like, excuse me? And then turn into the perfect cell form and be like, so you want to be this? You want to be this monster that you had to help kill?
Her husband.
Yeah. So it would be Bulma and Majin Vegeta fighting it out, and Bulma, I think, would get through to Majin Vegeta. Like that would be the big kicker of that timeline, is Majin Vegeta wouldn't waste all of Goku's time, because while Bulma and Majin Vegeta are fighting, Bulma turns to Goku and says, "Get over there and help Gohan. Let me handle my man."
Yeah.
So Bulma would have, for lack of a better word, more balls in this timeline to do something.
Hence the name Dragon Ball.
Dragon Balls!
Oh my god. When I was 10, I thought I was so funny singing that. Oh, Dragon Balls! I thought I was well funny.
What do you want for Christmas? I want Dragon Ball Z Tenkichi.
Yeah. Nah, Mom, I want Dragon Ball's Xenoverse.
Xenoverse?
Yes, yeah. Xenoverse. Okay, so next is what if Goku's heart virus didn't exist?
Then the future saga would just happen normally.
Yeah, it would just be as normal.
Also,
maybe they would go into the time chamber.
Yeah, was this what if done? Because I'm pretty sure this what if was done on YouTube. Where
hold on, I'll search it up.
What if future Goku survived? I think is.
I think that's done by Plus Ultra, but I'll look it up 1 second.
Okay, all right.
Right, so it's been done by Carthu's Dojo, Laughing Stuff Media, Quaman. Yeah, it's been very explored.
So it's been explored several times. My take on it would be that Goku, a lot of what we saw in Z would happen. Goku would train with Gohan. Gohan would get Super Saiyan, and Cell wouldn't be a thing until much later. So, and also no time rings, so no Black Arc.
Oh yeah, as Zamasu will over the moon to hear.
Yeah, Zamasu could just F right off. We wouldn't have to hear about him.
Yeah.
So that was pretty quick. You want to read the next one, Omac?
Yeah, sure. What if Goku Black killed Goku? Now, I've not really seen enough of the Goku Black saga, as I don't think you have either. Is that correct?
I mean, like I said, some things were ruined for me, but if I had to really guess, he kills Goku, Vegeta and Trunks would get back to Earth, I guess try to wish Goku back, but because it's part of a different timeline, it doesn't work. They'd have to bring the body back, so they would go back to the future, grab the body, come back, because Bulma can make the fuel, and just revive Goku. I imagine they would go the revive Goku route, because if he was strong enough to kill Goku, Vegeta would just suck it up and train with him. Like, push each other harder than they ever have, and we might see a resurgence of Kaioken Blue a bit earlier, because I don't think he did Kaioken Blue against Black.
Yeah.
And we would also see Super Saiyan Royal Blue. Just Blue Evolution.
All right. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I say Royal Blue because
Yeah.
Prince Vegeta. You know, I thought that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a cool name. You know, if he went,
It's clever, yeah.
this is Royal Blue because I am your god.
Yeah.
You know, I could see that. Oh, because I earned this power. I didn't need anyone's help.
Except for his father.
Except for his father. His father and mother
Yeah.
really played a big role in Vegeta's life. Specifically,
Yeah.
just his life. Just giving him that life. Oh boy, you lagged out there. Whatever you just said, it just. Omac?
Sorry?
Okay, if you could repeat what you just said, because it lagged out when you said that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's about right. That's cool.
Alright, cool.
Schmidt, don't keep
Oh,
this
so,
in. we're having technical issues.
Whoever you
Don't
are,
keep this
hi,
in.
my name's Oliver.
What is this next one?
What if the Earth Dragon Balls didn't exist?
Oh, well, so much for Bulma's quest. Nothing would happen.
Yeah.
Goku would live on Mount Paozu. He wouldn't hear about anything until Tambourine came by. I heard that a strong martial artist lived here. Well, my grandpa lived here a long time ago, but he died. Huh. Well, that makes my job easier.
LOL.
Later, kid. And so he would leave, and not realizing Kakarot was a martial artist, and it would be years until King Piccolo ends up finding Kakarot in the woods alone. By that point, I imagine Kakarot still would have practiced martial arts and all that, and he would be strong, but not really strong. I imagine if it happened on a full moon night, that could shock the hell out of King Piccolo, and would give a chance for Raditz to get there. But with him living on Mount Paozu, there's no Chi-Chi, there's no Gohan, Yamcha's still in the desert.
Yeah.
Tien is an asshole. Well, he was. He wanted to be a murderer like Tao. He was an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to grow up and be a murderer?
Exactly.
Like,
also, King Piccolo would just start with the destruction. If there was no Dragon Balls, then he would just, as soon as he's released, okay, let's kill everyone. You know? And if Goku at all, in any way, shape, or form, survived until Raditz got there, Raditz would be like, looks like Kakarot did it. I knew he would be able to. Now where is he? This planet is definitely wrecked because of a Saiyan. And then he would find Goku
oh shit, he's dead.
alone. I'm saying, like, he survives up to Raditz. And if he survives up to Raditz, Raditz would be like, what happened to this planet? Why are you in this? Why is this the only pleasant place on the planet? Well, nobody else really comes around here. Who are you? And then he would get the spiel, you're a Saiyan, blah, 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 blah. The rest of the planet's destroyed. And of course, Goku would think, oh no, that's awful. We gotta stop this. Come on. And Raditz would be dragged into this. Eventually, Raditz would do it, but he'd be like, okay, but the reason why I came here is to recruit you. And I think Goku wouldn't mind it. And he would be recruited. Yeah,
because you have, like no other friends and whatnot.
Yeah, he has no other friends. And to see Raditz very, very strong as far as his power level at the time would be, he'd be like, yeah, sure, you're really strong. I want to train with you. And then they would again, we'd go down the path of the Saiyans working for Frieza at that point. There's something to glean from that, but other than that, it's a dead scenario. Like, I would have to be creative with that.
Very creative with that one.
The next one's gonna be real quick. What if Goku killed Frieza? He did. Twice.
Well, nah, but, so, like, Mecha Frieza wasn't a thing. So, like, on Namek, he chooses, like, not to spear him.
Oh. So,
like, he just kills Frieza.
Well, then life goes on, and Trunks doesn't have to put the effort to kill two people. He just kills King Cold.
Oh, that is such a dead scenario. Oh my god, I've got so many of these.
You're fine.
They're all the same.
You're fine, though. I mean, like, this is why I do the StevDeScussions, because we're answering comments from your viewers. So you can take the time right now to tell your viewers, hey, come up with things that are a bit more creative. Don't go down this road.
Yeah. Oi, any of my viewers, get more creative, please. These are so boring.
I don't know. We got a couple good conversations out of some of these, but most of them go down the same route. Like, think
they're all
outside
very
the box.
similar.
All right. And okay, I'm gonna go on to the next one in this one recording as well. This one's gonna be quick. What if King Cold didn't retire? Well, if he didn't retire, he would have been on Namek. Super Saiyan would have killed him. Frieza and Cooler would have been off doing their own damn thing. And eventually
but also,
word would get out that their father died.
Yeah, but also, I can't see King Cold blowing up Vegeta. Can you?
Kind of. Like that one's also on the I see Frieza and Cooler as two halves of the same coin, and that one coin is King Cold. Like, while Cooler is calculated and controlling in his power, Frieza let the power get to his head. Is a man-child. Yeah, he let the power get to his head, and he's a man-child. He has fun with the destruction, and Cooler doesn't really have fun with the destruction, he just treats it like a job. Cold is a little bit of both, in my mind. He's the kind of calm, sophisticated, yet calculated individual that likes to see the work get done. However, much like Frieza, he enjoys his work. So, as far as him destroying Planet Vegeta, I mean, why would he go to the planet in the Super Broly movie and introduce Frieza, cordially, I might add, if he was planning to kill them? Because I imagine Frieza got afraid from the legend. I would have to side with you on this narrowly, that Cold wouldn't kill the Saiyans, on account of he's much more calm-minded than Frieza is. And after hearing, they're talking about they're talking about the legendary Super Saiyan. I'll just make this quick, and then you can pick up on that. After they talk about the legendary Super Saiyan, he's like, "Oh, it's just a legend," and move on. You know, like I think the Saiyans would survive. But you were gonna say.
So what I was gonna say was like he would notice that the Saiyans are a massive part of the Cold Force, and he would like use them. But I can see him later on, maybe Frieza Saga, like that kind of time
around
period.
That time period,
then killing the Saiyans, because by then he might have a stronger force. Maybe Yardra. I don't know.
But go figure. I thought that one was going to be quick, but we got something good out of that. See, some of these are creative, and some of these we can get a good conversation out of. A lot of them go.
But a lot of them are pretty stale.
Yeah, are pretty much down the same path. You know, like we have to think about how we can even make that or whatever. So all suggestions are good, but not all suggestions are going to be as long. Since you say a lot, Schmidt, put a counter in the corner of the screen. Right there. Wait.
Oh my god, no!
Yes,
no!
Yep, for right now. Yep, that's every time you say it's gonna tick up.
Alright, go ahead.
From this point on, don't go back. Okay.
It's funny.
Don't go back and just add up all the he said previously in the recording session.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that extra work, Schmidt. I'm so sorry.
just currently from here on out. We only have 3 questions, so let's see how many he racks up in 3 questions. Okay, so what if Goku was like Launch? What, with the sneezing thing?
Well, I was thinking of a different kind of thing. Like when Goku or Kakarot or whatever sneezes, he turns into Turles. I don't know.
He turns into Turles. Yeah, that's brilliant. Like, he turns into an evil version of himself. Yeah.
And he just gets a darker skin tone, like that.
like the TFS version of Goku, but you're good Goku, and I'm Black Goku.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's one for the counter.
Yeah, so
There's two for the counter. Sorry. Okay.
Oh no! 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 Oh Jesus Christ!
This is gonna be fun. 3 questions. He's already 2 yas in. Okay. So as far as a change of personality, you're saying he turns from good to bad. So he's got a split personality syndrome going.
Yeah, and like when he sneezes, oh my god, I just.
Well, I mean, you were agreeing, so I fed you that one.
Yeah.
Like that one. I'm sorry. Oh boy.
Positive. Right.
Affirmative.
Instead of a sneeze, more of like a cough. Coronavirus.
He's got the coof.
He's got the coronavirus forever. It's kind of a dead one, but I was thinking of making a video about it and a possible series if it does well. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
If it was that he was like Launch and one side was nice, the other side was mean, I feel like he would try to harness that, and whenever he had to go serious, he would try to sneeze. Like that would. It would just be a character quirk, you know. It wouldn't be too crazy.
Disease or I don't know.
The disease. I guess would that hereditarily would that pass on to Gohan or Goten?
I think it would, yes, because I saw this like it was on Mondo Cool's channel. It was like this 3-hour long series of like I can't remember for life what it's called.
I am familiar with Mondo Cool though. Maybe I'll get Mondo Cool on StevDeScussions. If you guys want that, do comment below.
If that happens, it will explode in views. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I mean after the boost I got with Dragon Star, that was insane. I went from 550 to 700 overnight. It was absolutely ridiculous. You guys are mad lads, I'm telling you.
Because like in June when I collabed with a Team Whatif, I went from 13 subs to around 360 in like 12 hours.
Oh boy!
I was like, what the hell's going on? Stop!
I did something they like.
Yeah. So back then, my mic was horrible, and I stammered all the time. I was, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next one. What if Bulma was never born? I don't think Tights would have been allowed to move out so soon.
Yeah. I can see maybe Tights going on the Dragon Ball adventure, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking instead of Bulma, we would have Tights.
Yeah.
And
would Vegeta marry Tights? Maybe, perhaps.
I don't think so, because Tights would be in contact with the space cop guy, Jocko.
Oh, Jocko.
Yeah, he would be in contact with Jocko, or she would be in contact with Jocko. So as soon as she hears, so apparently Goku's this thing called a Saiyan. Wait, what? Yeah, you know what a Saiyan is?
Yeah.
Do I know what a Saiyan is? You're talking to a space cop. Of course I know what a Saiyan
evil
is.
Species.
They're evil monkey people who destroy planets for a living. So, you know,
I mean,
I could see that.
Used to.
Used to. Currently, that's Frieza's job, but I could see Jocko be a little bit more involved because Vegeta is involved and he's getting this information from Tights. I think Tights would still go on to marry Yamcha, and since she's got a much more flat head than Bulma does, Bulma's, bouncy Lala girl in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
She would probably want to wish for something realistic, like, I want a map of the universe or something like that, something to further the endeavors, and she would get with Yamcha. She wouldn't really care about Yamcha's downside. I think she would stay with Yamcha. And I always thought if Vegeta never got with Bulma, Vegeta would get with Launch. And I think that would be a good... this isn't even a what if at this point. Would Vegeta and Launch be a good couple? Because I always viewed they would.
I can see Vegeta and Launch happening because I think Saiyans are attracted to like strong females. I don't know.
Yeah, the blonde
Uh,
version of Launch would definitely tickle his fancy.
yeah, because like in the R&R series, the Masco X does
Yeah, Raditz
like
got with Launch.
Raditz is Launch's bitch.
well, blonde Launch's bitch. Blonde
Yeah.
Launch's Raditz!
God.
But yeah, like I always thought that if Vegeta never got with Bulma, I always thought Vegeta would eventually travel the Earth, meet Launch, like her fiery personality, realize when she sneezes she ends up blue-haired, and try to. I mean, if he ever had to interact with her, it wouldn't be much talking on the blue-haired side of things, but there would be a lot more
Yeah.
interactions with the blonde-haired side of things. And
Yeah.
while Vegeta would like, I could see a cute scene if that timeline were to happen. You know, Vegeta's like, there she is practicing with that annoying pistol again, and she would say, "What about my pistol?" It's like, it's a useless weapon. Oh yeah, shoots him, and he does nothing. And of course he's like, see, nothing. She said, okay, but if you were any other schmuck, you'd be on the ground in pain right now. I get you because you're a Saiyan, but yeah, I get you because you're a Saiyan, but I could still threaten anybody with this baby. And of course he's like, really? And he's like, yeah, besides, you ain't quick enough to dodge him. And then there would be a cute scene where Vegeta's training by literally dodging bullets.
Yeah.
And then they would have a kid sometime later. You know, like that would probably be.
Yeah. But as for the kid, well, obviously they won't call it Trunks because that was Bulma's choice.
Mhm.
I can see Vegeta calling it Vegeta the Fifth, maybe.
Well, let's see. He's Vegeta the Fourth. He
Yeah.
would want to. He
So
would want
just
to have a Vegeta Junior, but I don't think.
yeah.
I think Launch would. To bring a line from my "What if Krillin was born female?" You are not naming him after yourself. I don't think that would happen. I think he would come up with a Saiyan name. Like in that timeline, I came up with the name Arugus off of Arugula. Um,
All right.
yeah, so Arugus is the future warrior in that timeline, and when it comes down to Vegeta, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different vegetables that he could name off of. I mean, hell, he could name the kid after his brother, who apparently doesn't exist. Tarble.
Maybe because then back when I used to do like drawing, I came up with this same name called
Oh boy.
it's kind of cringy, but whatever.
Okay, you came up with the
Yeah.
same name. What? Because it cut out.
Oh, called Umka.
Umka.
Kind of cringy, but
Oh,
yeah,
I
like
get it.
pumpkin.
Yeah, like pumpkin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have
Yeah.
Pumbukin already, so it's like,
The
eh.
the Pokemon.
Yeah, But referring back to the what if Goku or not Goku wasn't like Launch? What if Bulma was never born? Like we said, Tights would probably take over. If Tights didn't, then Goku would be on the mountain.
Actually, would Raditz marry Tights? Maybe.
If Raditz survives.
Perhaps, and like just says, "Oh shit, I've been wrong all my life. I should be good now."
That's the big thing, though. Is it enough of a time change that Raditz survives? That's the kicker. Because Raditz not only like Raditz took Goku with him. That battle was so one-sided that you'd have to find some MacGuffin to put in the story to allow Raditz to survive. Raditz getting with Tights, I could see that. I could see that in a what if story, but I don't. Factually, I don't see it coming about.
Oh, what's going on?
There we go.
I just dropped my mouse.
Don't drop your mouse. Not the mouse.
I just got it like last week. Right. So the last one is what if Universe 6 won the tournament with Universe 7? Now I think this has been covered before by Laughing Stock Media and DBS Nitro and who else? Diamond Legend. But well, I think Earth would go over to Universe 6 because I think that was the condition.
That was
if
the
that's correct.
condition.
Yeah.
Universe 6 gets Earth. Would Beerus try to get the Super Dragon Balls so that he can get his Earth back?
Is the time limit not 1 year with the Super Dragon Balls, or is it more?
It's not, but with the Super Dragon Balls, you can make the argument that they are more powerful.
Yeah. They're going over to
Oh boy.
Planet Plant. And then maybe trying to take over. I don't know. Again, it is so fanficky. It's unreal.
It is, because we don't.
It's
the only
very
reason it
fanficky.
is fanficky right now, and I'll defend the writer of this question on this one. The only reason it's fanfictiony right now is because we don't know enough about Universe 6.
Yeah, like we
it's
don't know like what planets there are. Well, we do know that there's a second Namek.
Yeah, we do know that there's two
Yeah.
Nameks. There is Frieza forces on there, with Frost leading it with pirates. Hit is a big deal, and
Yeah.
I guess the rest of Universe 6's team. And there's also the robot people. That's about it. I mean, we don't know. We know these planets exist, but we don't know how these planets live. Like in
The
Universe
Namekians
7,
in this
Earth
universe
is pretty.
are like violent or.
Yeah, that's the idea. Are they a violent sort? Are they are they space pirates? Are they just leave us alone
Yeah.
situation? I mean, like, cause that's what Namek was. Just let us
Really
be.
bigger than Piccolo. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's really, really open-ended. But you know what wasn't open-ended? This StevDeScussion. I want to thank Omac446 for coming out with 20 plus questions. I think there was more than 20 on this list. I don't know. I'll have to count them.
I think so, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, I want to thank Omac446 for making this StevDeScussion what it is. For you commenters over on Omac's channel. And hey, if you are not subscribed to Omac, head over there. Hit that.
Please do. I'm so close to 1K.
Subscribe
I'm
button.
begging you.
Make it happen, guys. We can do this. StevDeS crew. All right, so, and
thank you.
If you do go over there on his next video he releases, which, Omac, what will that be? What will the next video be?
I'm hoping for it to be out by Saturday because I'm still waiting on one recording from yourself.
Oh well, I got a Napa recording to do. I'm gonna be doing that after this. Yeah,
great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that, and hopefully Saturday. What will it be? What is happening Saturday?
It's What If Baba warns Goku Part 3. It's doing pretty well. The first part in about a month is on 2.6 thousand views, so it's doing pretty well. It's doing pretty good. I know.
What for a channel under? I wish I had my subscribers viewing that much. Good lord! Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a couple thousand on my original ones, but I mean that's why I'm doing StevDeScussions, so I can spread my influence a little bit, and in return they spread their influence to my channel. So it's
great. It's fun time today. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Right.
Oh, thank you for coming by. And for more what ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as the next video that will be coming out after this, what if the dragons were swapped, and the mini-sode Monday, The Adventure of Gohan, Part 2, where Gohan is traveling the Dragon World, searching for training because he had the influence of his Uncle Raditz, along with Mai and Shu as part of his crew. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and if you came from Omax, welcome! So, welcome to the StevDeS channel.
Welcome, guys.
So,
yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to show before we get out of here?
That's it pretty much. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been great being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.
Ciao. I like that. I like that cheerio at the end there.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, cheerio, boys.